Welcome to northern New South Wales. It's a place which many people don't ever get to explore. Now, follow me as I trek over this bushland to document species which you have never heard of. So stick around. Today, I'm looking for the spotted python. It's quite known in this area, and it loves these rocky outcrops, overhangs and crevices. Perfect habitat. So we might be in luck today. Check this out. Right in here. And here he is. This here is the spotted python, the smallest species of python in the world, only growing from 1 to 1.4 meters. Now these guys live along the east coast of Australia, all the way from Cape York to northern New South Wales, where we are today. Now because he's a python, he doesn't have any venom. He likes to constrict his prey. And that's why these cave overhangs are perfect, finding lizards, small bats, even small mammals. So, let's let him go on his way and enjoy the rest of the day. So, you're lost in the bush and you're running out of water. What do? You don't want to drink from these stagnant pools because it can make you sick. This here, it's moss and it's growing on top of a rock shelf. What we do is you just grab the top layer of moss, have your t-shirt underneath to filter it, and just squeeze it. And that's life-saving water. Aboriginal people have been doing this for thousands of years, surviving in the harsh landscape of Australia. And here is what's known as a paperbark tree. And this paperbark was crucial to their survival. If you take a bit off, this can be used to light fires, hold embers, and even be used to make shelters. Now I'm going to show you some Aboriginal tools that help them survive in this harsh landscape. Some of the first and most iconic tool is the boomerang. The boomerang was used by Aboriginal people for hunting kangaroo, birds, and other small animals. And it was a quite effective weapon. But as time got on, Aboriginal people switched to the spear. And as we can see in these rocks, these grooves dug into this rock and worn down can be from Aboriginal people that settled here thousands of years ago and used these grooves to sharpen their spears. Aboriginal spears were often thrown by this tool here, which is a woomera, or a spear thrower. And it was used to place the spear on the end of this hook here. They would hold it, and then they would throw the spear with extra power and better accuracy. This was also like their multi-purpose tool. They could dig with it, fight with it, like a multi-tool, so to speak. Let me show you something truly fascinating about Aboriginal culture. This here is known as a coolamon, and the coolamon was used to carry objects by Aboriginal people, tools, food, and whatever else they found in the bush. But what's more fascinating is how it's made. This would have been a piece of bark stuck to a large gum tree like this, quite flat and barely curved, and the Aboriginal person would have come around and cut around it with the axe, and then remove this piece of bark with wedges, and then put it on the fire to dry it out and really curl it up. And then you have your coolamon. But what's really incredible is the larger coolamons, which were made by lighting a fire in the middle, and then as it burnt through, they would carve it out to make a hollow. Thank you for joining me. Next week, we'll trek deeper into the bush to find out what Aboriginal survival is really all about. Join me then. G'day, my name is Cameron Constance and I'm from Constance Conservation. Join me today in our local bush. G'day, we're out in a Camden bush pocket today and we're going to have a look inside a beehive. Most people have never seen the inside of a hive and they're really crucial to the environment, so let's have a look right now. So this is the frame that's got all the worker brood on it. These worker bees, as the brood down in this corner, are literally working themselves to death. It's a bit sad, but they live about 12 weeks. And the queen of this hive actually lives up to 4 years. And queen bees are fed royal jelly, which is what makes them into a queen bee and makes them being able to lay fertile eggs. Propolis! That sticky stuff that you saw on the sides of the frames and what's helping glue their hive together, you might be using that in your medication or creams for your sores. Do you know why? Because that is making huge breakthroughs in the medical industry, helping anywhere from open flesh wounds to cancer to even burns. If we lose our bees, we won't have 90 to 70% of our crops. So it's really important we look after them and don't kill them. If we see a swarm, call a beekeeper, come get them. And wild hives are found everywhere in Australia. You can find them out in the bush, in hollow trees, even in your own roof. Don't let that scare you. So, you might be wondering, what happens if I get stung by a bee? Well, simple thing is, don't grab it and rip it out because you will squeeze all the poison back into you. Not good. The best thing to do, stand still and just flick it out with your thumbnail. And then, there you go. It will flick the sting out and there's no pheromones. There are 4 main species of kangaroo in Australia. The eastern grey, as we can see here today, which grows 5 to 6 feet tall. While the biggest kangaroo, the red, can grow 6 to 7 feet tall. In the wild, eastern greys can usually live up to 8 to 12 years, while in captivity, they can live up to 20. During the day, kangaroos will lounge around under trees and shrubs, but come late afternoon, and they'll come out to feed in large groups, known as mobs, until about early morning. Eating at night avoids the hottest part of the day. So this is crucial for our kangaroos. Sometimes you can hear kangaroos making a clucking sound. This is the mothers communicating with their joeys. Watching a mother kangaroo in the field while the joey fumbles around in the pouch can be a truly magnificent experience. And it's at this moment that wild animals can seem so caring and placid, and it can be tempting to get close, touch them, or even feed them. Kangaroos will readily accept our presence, but get too close, and especially without food, and kangaroos can become aggressive, mistaking us for a threat. I'm going to be following this mob of kangaroos through the bush over the next few days to document their hierarchy behaviour and interactions with one another in the group.